Hello everybody, this is Dr. Sivakant Pathak once more in front of you with one more new topic from unit Work, Energy and Power. So we are taking it as a part 2. In part 1 we have seen the detailed study of work, and in this topic, in this lecture, we will see work done by a variable force. Variable means changeable. Whose values changes. See very carefully. Let a body is here. When we apply a force on a body, and it's moved from A to B, travel a distance D, then it is said that the work done is dot product of force and the displacement. But the force, we have to focus on force. Force which we apply here cannot be constant practically. Constant is possible only in rare cases. So almost applied force is variable. So we are going to obtain the work done by variable force. Let a variable force, variable force acts on a body, displaces D. In force displacement diagram, see this force displacement diagram. Here in this case, on y-axis we are applying the force, and here on x-axis the displacement D is given. Body moves from position A to B. Here in this case, while he is moving from A to B, the amount of force acting between the AB is of different values, and it is represented by this graph. See here, at the point A, the applied force value is this, and when it's reached at point B, the applied value is this. The distance between A and B is represented by the distance. Now, here is required to calculate the work done. See from the scene diagram, this is, if work done when we are seeing and we were in the motion in one dimension, then here, since work is defined as the vector dot product of force and displacement here, so this implies that work done is area of FD graph. See, this area ABCDA is not a definite diagram. So let us divide to obtain total area. Let us divide this in several parts here in the diagram according to this. So each area seen it, this all area. Let us choose an area here in this diagram. This is PQRS. See, here in this we can consider each the strip is equal to the rectangle. Here in this, the work done here in the case is equal to work done of area of FD graph, or we can say that more specifically area of A, B, C, D, A. Here in this case, when you want to see the work done here in this case. Now, to calculate the area, first of all, we are going to calculate the area to move from P to Q. Let P to Q, the travelled distance is, see by red line, let it is dx. And force acting on this PQRS is represented by here F. The pulse is area of ABCD A is equal to the sum of area of all the strips in graph between A and B, between AB, sum of the area. Now, work done in moving here P to Q, here in it, work done moving, displacement here in the case is dx. Let from, since force is a variable, so we can consider in a small area df, a small distance dx, a small displacement dx, the force is F, almost constant. So, work done P to Q, let it is dq is equal to PQ dq is equal to area of rectangle PQRS. The strip here see PQRS, it can be considered as a rectangle. So that area is equal to PQ into QR. PQ here in the diagram, the distance travelled is here, dx here represented, into QR is given F, or systematically dw can be written as F dx here in the diagram. Now, net work done, can be written as W. It is summation of all dw's, see from A to B. A to B dw is equal to summation F dx. To calculate the net work here in the case, in language of calculus, see the lower limit which is begin from A to B. Let this distance is given here represented by XA, and the final distance is given xb. Then in integral forms, then in integral form, integral forms, the work done W is summation of dW from XA to XB. This is equal to XA to XB. The range is, limit is given f dx. So this is the required formula to calculate the work done by the variable force in form of integral, and then this formula is work done in form of mathematical approach. So these are the formula to calculate the work done by applying the variable force here in this case. Now this work done can also be written as, which range or limit is given XA to XB, f dx is a summation of area of all rectangular strips, that is equal to area of, not some area of A, B, C, D, A, same is it. So either we calculate by method of integral or method of mathematical and summation, that is arithmetical methods called, we can calculate the work done. Now we are going to see one more topic, that is conservative forces. See the conservative forces statement first of all. What is a conservative force? A force is said to be conservative when work done by R against the force, against the force is dependent on initial and final point, not path adopted. See the conservative force concept. So conservative force are acting on a body, displaces a body from one position to another, from initial to final. So if there is a displacement, naturally there is a work done. If this work done is not depend upon the path adopted to moving from initial to final point, path may be any. But initial and final point, if it is fixed, then work done in all cases are same. If it is same, then forces is said to be conservative. Right? So this conservative forces concept we can prove by following method. So we are taking a different conditions of cases to moving a body from initial to final point. We will calculate the work done under the case. If work done in all the cases are same, then force is said to be conservative forces. Otherwise, we can keep in category of non-conservative forces. That is the second type. So see here in the diagram, we are going to see the diagram 1 first of all. In this diagram, we are considering a ball here moving from A to B here in the diagram. A to B, throw the ball in the first case, diagram 1 explanation, see very carefully. It travel h height here, moves from A to B and travel distance h here vertically. The applied force to move in upward direction is given in this diagram, right? So here in the first case, we are going to calculate the work done. Work done in the first case. Work done W is equal to FD cos theta. Here in this case, see the applied force is F, displacement is H, and force and displacement H is in same direction, so angle is a 0 degree. Since applied force here in this case, whatever force is applied to move upward, it is equal to weight of a body. This is F is mg, H cos 0 is 1, so it is mgh. The required work done to lift a ball from A to B vertically in upward direction is given by here equation 1, that is the mgh according to the diagram 1. Here in one case, here we are going to see the diagram 2. Diagram 2, in which a ball is lifted from A to B. By this path. The A is here and B is here, lifted. In this case also, the vertical height it travels same equal to the first case here in it. The height traveled here, the same case equal. At any instant t, let ball is here, so the forces, see the projections of forces, forces acting on it. We are knowing that weight of ball always act downward. Reaction always act perpendicular to plane AB. See in the diagram very carefully. Now see in this, let this inclined plane makes angle theta with the horizontal here in the diagram. Now obtain the projections. See it is this equal to also theta, this is mg cos theta, and here mg sin theta, and required force to move in up from A to B is equal to this mg sin theta acting on upward direction. See, this is, consider it as a smooth surface here in this case. So see clearly here in the diagram. Now see, work done here in this case. Work done W is equal to, this is FD cos theta. Now see here in this diagram, the force required here to calculate in this case, the force is acting in this case equal to mg sin theta. See in the diagram very carefully, required force to uplift the ball from A to B. Ball is moved from A to B in all cases. Clearly, the travelled height is h in various ways. So here force is equal to the projection of here mg sin theta into d cos theta. Now see what is a d cos theta here. D cos theta. Now this is the d, we can say displacement only. D, see this is sin theta is equal to here in this diagram. Sin theta, when we compare here, see here, complete this diagram and treat this point as a C. So sin theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse, it is BC by AB. BC by AB into displacement. Displacement is from A to B. So here it is written as A to B. Now AB cancel. Now it's become mg, and here it is cos theta is cos 0 and cos 0 is 1. So mg BC, see in the diagram BC is H. So we can write it is mg H. So see here in the second case also the work done is same. In the first case, when in this diagram, when we are uplifting the ball from A to B, traveled height h, the calculated work done is mgh, and when we are bringing the body from A to B up to equal height here, see in the diagram, the calculated work done is also mgh. Now we are going to see the third diagram in which body is lifted from A to B, here in the case of staircases, in such a way that, see very carefully, the ball is uplifted here, A, it is uplifted from A to B, used staircases. The heights in the diagram is the same. Traveled distance is here. Let this distance is x in the horizontal directions. See carefully, and this height I am representing by h dash. So now we want to calculate the net work done here in the third case. In staircase, ball is moved A to B here in each height. See, now total work done total is sum of work done in all steps. Let there are n stairs. Now see how to calculate work done in one stair. Let it is dw is equal to, see, it travelled in one step, it travelled h dash vertical distance and x horizontal distance. So see here carefully, the work done here in this case, dw is equal to mg h1 vertical work h dash cos 0 degree, because force is acting to move in the upward direction. See the direction of force here in this case. Now for the vertical work, force and displacement is perpendicular direction, so we can say vertical work is mg x cos 90. Now dw, this is cos 90 is 0, cos 90 is equal to 0. So since this total is equal to 0, then dW is equal to mg h dash. Now there are n stair, then net work done is W is equal to n time of each stairs, because there are n stair in this case. So it is equal to n into mg h. Now mg nh dash. See, nh dash is equal to equal height, all height, total height. So we can write mgh. So work see carefully. Now see here in the diagram. Carefully everybody. In this case, the ball is lifted from A to B under three distance circumstances. A to B is straight upward. In second case, inclined plane is used to lift h height, and in third case, the staircase is used to lift a ball from h height. But in each cases, the work done is same, that is mgh. See here, in all three cases, work done is same. So work done is independent of path. So it does not depend on path and dependent on initial and final point. If this is a situation, then acting forces are said to be conservative force. This is the concept of conservative force, which given here in this case, a force is said to be conservative when work done by or against the force is dependent only on initial and final point. See the round term here. Not depend on path adopted. Not depend on path adopted here in this case is called conservative force. Now we are going to see the last topic, that is non-conservative force. So definition is clear. This is just reciprocal to the procal of the statement of conservative force. Here the work done, if dependent on path, not initial and final point, then the acting force is said to be conservative force. So definition we can state it in such a way. In this, a force is said to be non-conservative if work done by it or against is independent of, is just reciprocal, dependent of initial and final point, but dependent on path adopted. Here in case of non-conservative forces concept, non-conservative forces are those forces in which work done, it does not depend on initial and final point, but dependent on path adopted. So it is just opposite to the conservative forces, in which we have proved that in certain example that these forces are conservative forces. But see, It can be also explained by the example. Frictional forces are non-conservative forces. Non-conservative forces. See the example. We have two type of rough surface. Bodies move from initial to final point A and B, A to B here. Listen the explanation very carefully. An object is brought from A to B. Here in this case, the same object is brought here or also here in this case. The distance traveled are same. It means initial points and final points is this. We are bringing from A to B in both cases. See in the diagram, but platforms are different. So if platform is different, coefficient of friction force is different. So initial point, so to move from A to B, the different forces are needed. If friction is different, this implies that applied forces is also different. So to move, the initial and final point is same. Due to different nature of friction, the different amount of forces are needed to move from A to B on changing the platform. It means that the required force does not depend on initial point and final point, but it depends on the path adopted, surface adopted, how it is moved from A to B, and how it is surface. It is in a straight line or curved path, also moving in the different directions, different platforms, so different forces are needed. That's why the frictional forces are non-conservative forces. See, here in this topic, we went through three topics. That is, the first topic, work done by a variable force, and the use of this work done we have used in conservative forces to calculate, and then non-conservative forces. See this very carefully, children. In case of doubt, rewind and see to clear the fundas. This fundamentals is very much needed to clear the concept of work. Otherwise, the concept of work is always confusing. So see carefully, be happy. This is for today only. Thank you and have a nice day all.